Owning a pet is a privilege, and with that comes responsibility. In honor of Responsible Pet Ownership Month, Dr. Michelle Gonzalez from Rascal Animal Hospital is sharing some of the most important aspects of bringing a four-legged friend like little Mason here into your family. Hi, Dr. G.
Hi.
All right, Mason is such a cutie and so sweet.
Oh, he is so sweet. I love this dog. So Mason is about a year old. He was rescued by our friends at Roughing It Rescue. He was another starvation neglect case. And I mean, how can you not feed this adorable dog?
I know.
Or any dog for that matter.
Any dog.
But
and it's so hard looking at him and thinking that he was once there because now he looks so good.
absolutely, and knowing that everything that he went through, that he is so loving. I mean, he just wants to love you and give you kisses, and he is just amazing. He's good with other dogs. I don't know how he is with cats, but he's good with other dogs and with people. So anybody interested in him, they can contact Roughing It Rescue either by email or by their Facebook page.
Okay, perfect. So he's a good family dog.
Yes,
if you want to bring
definitely.
Mason home. Okay, let's get into being a responsible owner. If you could sum it up, what does that mean for
So basically is knowing that a pet is not just another four-legged thing that just lives in your house. Like, you have to not just feed them and water them, you also have to take care of them mentally and physically.
Okay, so we're going to go through some of the things that we're talking about. We'll break it down. The first thing, and I don't know if this message could ever be said enough, but it's something we always talk about, of course, spay and neuter your pet.
Absolutely. Because problem like, this guy is homeless because he was an unwanted litter. And he wasn't fed because somebody wasn't taking proper care of him. So spaying and neutering is so important to help with the overpopulation problem, with the euthanasia problem in the shelters. And then it's really good for their health in general.
And vaccinations. I mean, this goes with all of it. When you first get an animal this needs to be done, you need to keep up with it too.
Absolutely. As soon as you get a pet, go to your vet, make sure that they're up to date on vaccinations, and make sure to get them the vaccinations that they need. Some people will wait like a month, 2 months after they have them. By then it's too late. You can get parvo or other diseases.
And you've had that. I mean, it's spread around.
Yes.
I mean, that is a very, serious issue, and it's so treatable.
It is very preventable. So, we want to make sure that they're taken care of.
Okay, and speaking of preventive care, what else goes along with that?
So preventive care, we think about things like heartworm prevention for dogs and also for cats as well. So making sure that they're on the heartworm prevention, that they get heartworm tested if they're old enough for that, and then fleas and ticks. A lot of people wait until they have fleas to start it. Well, by the time you see a flea, you have a problem. So flea prevention and tick prevention, not just for the pests themselves, but also for the diseases that they can transmit.
Okay, and talking about kind of the social aspects in that, you say that a responsible owner should take the responsibility to train their animal.
Absolutely. One of the biggest concerns or problems that they see in shelters is animals being surrendered because of behavior problems. And behavior problems with them are usually our fault. It's not telling them at a young age what we're expecting from them. The same as we teach a child what's right and what's wrong, we need to teach the dog what's right and what's wrong. And people just need to find either a behaviorist or a trainer that can help them with not just sit and stay, but with separation anxiety issues, aggression issues, that kind of stuff.
Okay, and Dr. G, this is one that Mason's previous owners didn't realize, and that is that proper nutrition is vital for an animal.
Absolutely. Nutrition is really important, making sure that they're on a good diet and on a good amount of food. Puppies usually will kind of eat what they need for growing up. It's rare to see a puppy that's really obese, but they can become overweight. And nutrition is a big problem. A large number of dogs and cats are obese, and they will have a lot of problems: arthritis, heart issues, diabetes. A lot of the things that we get when we are overweight, they can have as well.
Okay, and one thing, if dogs and cats get out, it is so important to be able to bring them back to where they belong, so microchipping your pet.
Absolutely. Microchipping, a lot of the shelters will microchip before adoption, and if they're not microchipped, get them microchipped, either through your veterinarian. There's a lot of microchip clinics available. We have our Rascal unit clinics doing wellness and microchip clinics, so there's a lot of different ways to get them done.
And I imagine, Dr. G, that just getting your animal out there and exercising and taking care of them like that, dog parks, I mean, how important is it to really socialize your pet?
Super important. Like people that have dogs that are really hyper and they have a hard time keeping them calm at home, take them for a walk, take them to a park if they're social with other dogs. Obviously, don't take your dog that is dog aggressive to a park.
Right.
Don't take your dog that is unvaccinated to a park. Using common sense, making sure that they're safe, but exercise, exercise, exercise. It's going to be great for them.
Okay, again, Mason is available at Roughing It Rescue. Visit their website. They have a great Facebook page as well. And if Mason's not right for you, I'm sure they've got plenty
Lots of other
more dogs out there.
Yep.
All right, Dr. G, thanks for being here.
Thank you.